rsmalec, and today it's actually 1:30 a.m. on December 7th, and I believe that I have completed this map. This is the tiny Minecraft map. This is going to be what I hope to be my final test. I'm not expecting to find any issues, but I thought you might want to go along with me, see what kind of issues I do or might find, and then maybe I'll take you along to fix them. So this is the spawn area. Now if I've set this up correctly, multiplayer spawn, it should collect everyone within this 10 by 10 by 10 by 10 radius room. So hopefully no one's going to spawn outside. And once all the players are ready here in this spawn area, then someone should come over here and hit this button. And this was in one of my teaser videos, but I just love that effect. Greetings, welcome to the map store. And you can see I have a currency indicator off to the right of my screen, and it says 2. Now, currently, I've got almost all of the command blocks in this map set to @A, which means they will affect all players. And what that basically means is that everyone's currency should be going up and down together. And there are only a very few instances where I used a closest player command block. And I think I might talk about those in a bit. So this is the map store. It's obviously a take on the App Store. And we see here we have click to download maps by QMagnet. He's got his texture pack test map here. And when we press this, we get a link. Click this link to find out about texture pack test map by QMagnet. So if I click this, it will actually take me to a YouTube video. I think this is QMagnet's video in this place, and you can find out about his map, or diversity, or complex, or you can go to his YouTube page by clicking this button. Same thing. This is using the new telraw command. We've got the Broken Buttons maps, we've got Cold Fusion Gaming, we got Jagarbov's maps, we've got Vladimir's maps here, we've got some of my maps already installed, and you can get the Speak and Spell here. That's my newest one. This is sort of serving as a credits room. Now I had to cut down on the number of signs, but I think this room may be a little bit laggy because right now there's a bug in Minecraft where if you've got signs in your map and they are in loaded chunks, no matter how far away you are, it will try to render the text. You see that? Even though I can't read it, it's still rendering the text, and that causes quite a bit of lag. So I took about as many signs away from here as I could, and I think it looks okay. I think it looks okay for a map store. Anyway, so this serves sort of as my credits room, as well as actually, making you feel like you're actually in an app store where you can browse through some prominent maps. And these are all people that have inspired and or helped me in my recent Minecraft career, or at least while I've been making this map in particular. There's a lot more people that I could have featured here. These are just the ones that I've worked with the most recently. And Buttocks, Fawn, Crushed Pixel. These are I've used Crushed Pixel's entity to summon filter quite a bit in this map. So that might be a name that you may or may not be familiar with, but you can check out their YouTube page. And this person has actually made some PvP maps as well. I haven't played them, but they are available to you through this map because I used his filter in this map quite a bit. Texelelf's filters. So these aren't maps, but in the spirit of apps, MCEdit filters to me are apps. So maps, they fit. Just trust me on that. And then of course SethBling. It's pretty funny because I tried to count the number of downloads that I could find on each of these people's sites, And SethBling by far has the most if you count each of his individual filters, plus things like the building game and SkyGrid. And I've got his website here. So anyway, here is the tiny Minecraft. That's today's featured map. It says map, yep, okay. And I've tested this room before, so I'm not going to click every link for you. I'm going to download Tiny Minecraft. Welcome to Tiny Minecraft. I come into this room, and if I want to go back to the map store, I can. Yep, that works fine. Again, this is a test run. We've got basically these vine-looking things on the ground. This is the Tiny Minecraft plot scoreboard. So this purplish one displays all of the possible housing elements that you can get. Village, castle, igloo, swamp hut, and as you get each of these or build each of these in a plot, your scoreboard will light up. Farmers and miners, craftsmen and underground explorers. Take a quick look in here. We've got the Tiny Minecraft, basically the instruction manual, and the credits basically list all the people that I have in there. I'll let you read that. So basically, your objective is to build your very own Tiny Minecraft world. Build housing to attract villagers with various professions, which will earn you blocks to spend and expand, and blocks are the currency that I mentioned before. The scoreboard room will allow you to see which plots you've unlocked in this particular game. There are 1,372 to the power of 10 possible combinations. That is a true fact. I will show you that in a moment. Microtransactions can also be found in the scoreboard room to earn blocks and interact with the map author. Now, the microtransactions are not enabled yet, but once I've opened up my second plot, they will spawn in right here. So yes, I believe this is the first map ever. Not only is it the first Minecraft map to be a map, to be an app, but it actually will have in-game microtransaction purchases, just like the apps on your phone. And if I didn't mention it in this video, this map is simulating in Minecraft, or I guess inspired by the Tiny Tower and Tiny Death Star games. So you're going to see some similarities. I did my best to make a Minecraft version of that Tiny type game. Okay, so what am I waiting for? Let's head to my first plot, and I will say to you what else is in that book as I come over here to my first plot. Alright, so this is the main hallway. This is going to be where I'm going to spend most of my time. There are 10 plots of this area. You can see that this top section here has a pretty deep area, because in the back I will spawn housing, and in the foreground I will spawn either farmers or craftsmen when I attract those villagers. And then down underground, of course, this is Minecraft, so that's where the caves and the mines will be spawned. So my first option is, because I've only got 2 blocks of currency, is to build my housing, and my housing costs 1 block. You can probably see it better now. -1B. None of these other buttons are enabled, but I will eventually be able to hire farmers to live in the housing, craftsmen, miners, and or cave explorers. Now if I go to the second plot, the housing costs 3, and this is when the microtransactions become enabled, and the costs continue to go up as I make my way down the hall. So really the only thing that I can do right this moment is to build my first housing. And I mentioned there were 1,372 possible combinations for this area. The way that it works is that housing will be randomly selected one of 7 different housing options. So let's see what I get. Building housing. You can now hire villagers for this plot. Congratulations, you have a swamp hut. So I have now a swamp. That is my first biome. And because there were 7 possible combinations of swamp huts times 7 possible, plots. Actually, let's go take a look at the scoreboard. You can see the swamp hut is now lit up. And if you multiply that over 7 possible times 7 possible times 7 possible. 7 to the power of 10, basically. That's how many different plots you can get. Now, I can't do anything else with housing here, so now I have a choice. I can either hire a farmer, a craftsman, a miner, or a cave explorer. Well, I only have one block, so really my option is either a miner or a farmer. Now, farmers and miners will generate 1 block of currency per minute, roughly thereabouts, if you collect the blocks that they are farming or mining. And those will spawn on one of these 2 spots here. Craftsmen and cave explorers will generate roughly 2 blocks per minute. So at the moment, I only have a choice between a farmer and a miner. I'm going to go ahead with the farmer just because it's up top. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. I'm hiring a farmer, and there we go. I got a shepherd. A shepherd has moved in, and you can see he just generated a emerald block. Oh, and nice. I see a bug already. He generated a torch for some reason in the complete wrong spot. So I'm writing that down. Torch bug. And I know exactly when that bug was introduced because I was trying to fix a different issue with the farmer. Okay, so that's the sheep farmer. Now, I said that that he generates 1 block every minute. I actually didn't tell you there's an exception to that rule. This first plot actually generates blocks every 30 seconds, just to give you a little bit of a leg up on the rest of them. So now I've got 2 blocks, which isn't quite enough yet to purchase the housing in the second plot. But I do have a choice. Do I want to go with a miner or a cave explorer? Let's go ahead with the cave explorer just because I've got the extra blocks. I got a stronghold explorer. Now, my blocks are at 1, so he should be generating 2 blocks, and it went from 1 to 3, so perfect. So this plot has a swamp hut, a sheep farmer, and a stronghold explorer down below. I spend quite a bit of time just kind of sitting and watching the antics of these villagers once I get all of them in play. It's pretty funny. So basically what I would do now is I would continue to collect blocks as they spawn until I have enough currency or blocks to move on and open up additional areas. And I just keep building up more areas until I've filled all of the areas. And so let's just do a couple more tests. Now, once I hit this block, microtransactions are now enabled. Okay, so we're going to go check those out in a second. But now I can basically hire some villagers here. I've still got 3 blocks. I actually want to get 4 blocks because I want to hire another craftsman. So let's come back over here and pick up these before we go check out the microtransactions. So here's the in-game purchase microtransactions. These were inspired by Jagarbov. The first one is Pi because I am on peaceful mode and I am in adventure mode, or at least I should be. But you know, if people sometimes change that, so if you start to get hungry, you can spend 1 of your blocks to get 4 pumpkin pie. And then this is really the fun part, or a fun part of the map. These are the microtransactions. So you can rate this map, and that will give you 3 blocks. You can spread the word by tweeting about this map. You can discuss the map on the forum. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. That will earn you 10 blocks. Or you can donate to me, and that will earn you 50 blocks. So I'm going to click on the Discuss This Map, and basically what that does is that it gives me a link, and this link will actually lead to an unlisted video which gives you instructions on how to redeem to get your blocks, and it gives you an item. And this item is key to placing it somewhere in this entire map, which will earn you the 5 blocks in this particular case. These other buttons work off of other mechanics. And you can see that this button here that I used to spawn the microtransaction or initiate it has disappeared. So these are one-use microtransactions. I'm actually not going to take advantage of that in this test. I've already tested the functionality of those, and those are kind of spoilerish. So I'm just going to play this legit. Let's pick up some more currency. And let's go over here and let's hire that craftsman that I wanted. We got a redstone engineer, one of my favorite dudes. I've got 6 blocks, so let's hire a cave explorer. And he is generating. Oh, I got the spider hunter. Okay, I'm down to 4. I'm gonna need some more blocks to purchase that next housing. So basically, if you're going for the cheap villagers, the farmers, and the miners, you can pretty much walk to the end, walk back to your next plot, purchase, walk to the end, walk back. This is simulating the elevator mechanic that's found in the tiny games. Look at this. The redstone engineer is trying to get down there by that spider hunter, and now he's not quite sure he wants to go all the way down already. They do some funny stuff. So in Tiny Death Star and in Tiny Tower, there is an elevator mechanic where you have to bring the villagers up and down to their next levels as you grow your tower or your Death Star. And so this is the best way I could simulate it in Minecraft, or at least the way that I chose to simulate it as you continue to build your Minecraft world. So let's buy some housing for 5. And we'll go ahead. Okay, we got a desert temple. Let's go ahead and hire just a plain old farmer. Oh, the melon farmer. He's pretty cool looking, actually. And let's go ahead. Let's just do a plain old miner. So this is a coal miner. Very straightforward. Did we get any duplicates yet? We didn't get any duplicates yet. That's okay. Let's grab some more of our currency here. Now I'm just going to test up to this plot here, because this plot, once I get up to the point where I can spend 7 blocks and I build this housing, it's going to enable the one-use TNT. Alright, so I got a village on that plot, and TNT costs 20 blocks. Now, as you can see, every one of the plots now has a TNT lever in front of it. If I flick it, this is actually something I haven't tested. Insufficient funds. Good. That is working as designed. Let's pick up some of this stuff here. I want to get 20 blocks. I may actually spawn some more so I can get blocks quicker. And this is where you start to play the mini game. This is where you start making some trade-offs, because you just saw I gained about 9 blocks, which would get me a craftsman or a miner or explorer, but I'll still have to make another trip to get the next one. But my goal, well, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to go ahead and I am going to spend some blocks, because like I said, I do want to generate as much cash as I can so that I can actually invoke one of these TNTs. So we're going to run back and forth a little bit here. Oh, there we go. And the different sounds, basically both of these spawners are generating on a minute timer. This one gives you depending what you chose, this one will give you emeralds or diamond blocks, which are either 1 or 2, and this one will give you the ore, the unprocessed ore, which is worth either 1 or 2. Alright, I'm up to 13. I don't quite have enough. Oh, I got another explorer down here. Oh, and the funny thing about the Nether Explorer, he went into the Nether. Oh, I didn't get to watch him do it. I wish I was watching him do it, but he runs around here and then he actually goes into the Nether. It's pretty funny. The first time it happened, the dude that spawned up above. Let's spawn this guy up above too. In this case, I just got a blacksmith. The blacksmith went running down and went into the Nether with him. And I went into the Nether and they were both there. The blacksmith has immediately run into the house. I guess he's a little camera shy. And it looks like the melon farmer's in the house. The coal miner's trying to get out of view. The redstone engineer and the spider hunter are standing there now. Alright, so I'm up to 17, 18 blocks. Stronghold explorer's trying to get through the wall too. Alright, we almost have enough to use the TNT. We just need 1 more block here. Now, you can TNT a plot that's empty. I don't know why you would want to do that, but I want to explain. I said that there were 10 possible plots and that you could get duplicates. Now, did I get any duplicates? I actually don't think I got any duplicates yet. But because each plot has 7 possible, I'm up to 30 blocks now, so I've got quite a bit of blocks. Let me spawn another one here. Let's see if I can get a duplicate. Yeah, there we go. So now I've got a swamp hut. So now I've got 2 swamp huts, and the scoreboard is only going to reflect that I got it once. So that extra swamp hut that I got is basically wasted, and therefore I'm going to blow this one up so I can generate something else in the space. Now this is the first time I'm going to test this technology here. Alright, I blew it up. Now I didn't look up quick enough, but a TNT spawned right here, and you heard a creeper sound. You heard the creeper do a little hiss. Unfortunately, I can't use the fuse sound because it's currently broken in Minecraft. There's a bug that the fuse doesn't work. It just plays no sound. So perhaps if that gets fixed in 1.7.3, I'll change it to the fuse sound. Okay, so I TNT'd this plot. It does not clear what I got before. However, this plot will no longer be able to spawn a stronghold down here or a sheep farmer up here. I can still spawn those in the other plots, but this one basically resets it back to the starting point. So let's see what kind of housing I get. Now the other thing is, you notice that there's some entities, basically dropped items, and the entities or the mobs that are still around. I can't blow those up with a set block. So they're basically going to be there if you TNT an area, and they may get trapped if you build. Okay, so now I got a jungle temple, and now those mobs are going to be trapped back in there. But that's fine with me. And I just want to make sure that this all works. Oh, I got the alchemist. Excellent. And a diamond miner. Very cool. Okay, so now let's just make sure that the scoreboard updated for the jungle temple and the diamond mine. Yep. So this basically, I put that in to increase your chances of the sheep somehow got onto the top of the alchemist's house. Oh, and there goes the sheep. What are they doing? They're trying to escape. They're trying to escape the map. It is so funny. Oh, it's so funny just watching them sometimes. The reason I put the TNT in is because basically before I put it in, you would probably get 5 out of the 7 of each of these, and now if you blow them up, you have a chance of getting 100% clearance rate in the map. So basically that's it. You can keep going to the end, and you know, once you've built your Minecraft world, then you can sit and watch it. It's kind of like Sea Monkeys or a terrarium. You build your world and you just watch the ecosystem take care of itself. As I mentioned, there are in-game purchases which will increase the amount of blocks that you can spend. And that's about it. I would say that was a completely successful test. I just have the one minor bug with the torch, and I know exactly where that is and how to fix it. It's interesting that it spawned right here. What I'm going to do now is fix it. So if you're not interested in that, I would say go play the map. If you're interested in watching me fix this issue, then stick around. So the first thing I'm going to do is mark down relatively the coordinates that torch spawned in. 1469, 84, negative 448. And then what I'm going to do is go into creative mode. Look at that sheep dancing on top of the alchemist tower. That is so funny. Okay, so the sheep herder. Let's go check something really quick here. And the sheep herder is the sixth farmer. So I'm going to go down to the farming queue, which is this green one here, and the top layer is the 7th. There's the landing zone for the 7th farmer. Here's the landing zone for the 6th. And if I did this correctly, the torch should be, let me think, did I move it up here? Yep, I moved all the torches right up here to this top layer. So one of these torches is the incorrect one. Okay, 13, 34, 3, 23, 32, 2. Ah, there's the issue right there. No, it's not. Negative 15, negative 20, negative 15, 23, 13. 34 blocks up. They're all about 34 blocks up. This one is 4 to the positive, negative 3, 2, and 3. I would say then that the issue is in the x-coordinate. Let's see. Yep. So it's probably this one right here, negative 13. So if I go 13 blocks from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, actually, I can just calculate. I'm at 1483 minus 13 is yep, 1470. So this right here is the culprit. That first digit is off, and I'm not exactly sure why that digit is off. I'm trying to think about the way that I fixed that bug was using my laptop. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually spawn. Now let's go to an empty plot. Let's go over here. This one should be empty. And that's farmer 7. Let's spawn the farmer here. Actually, let's check this one to see if he's also at negative 13. He is. So I think I just need to increase that coordinate a bit. So that should have spawned a torch in the wrong spot. Here it is. It spawned a torch over here? Well, that's even weirder. Oh, none of the torches spawned correctly in this one. Oh, I bet you it didn't spawn wrong. It just went flying off. Huh. That's interesting. The torches are, you can see that the torches are attaching themselves perfectly fine in some of the other ones, but for some reason in this one, the torches basically popped off or went flying off. I'll tell you what, I think the way I'm going to fix this, because this can be actually pretty finicky, because those are non-solid entities, and they basically need the block below them to be spawned so they can attach properly to it. Oh, they are all popping off. Huh. But there's definitely one here. I think what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to get rid of the torches in the shepherd. I was having a problem with him before. I tried to fix it. It looks like I made it a little bit worse than before, but I'm going to fix that bug by just destroying the torch spawners just from this villager 6 right here. And I think that's it. Then I think this map is ready to be published. And I'm going to send this out to some some folks that have been really supportive of me and also I think would be appreciative of this type of map. So they're going to get first crack at it, and then I'm going to probably release it next weekend to everyone else. Um, let's just do some more TNT, shall we? Just for the fun of it. Yeah, left a bunch of stuff behind. I'm a little worried because it actually leaves behind the spawner particles, but since it is only a one-use TNT, worst case, what's going to happen is you're going to spawn something else down below, and it's just going to have those particles there. Okay, yep, they're still there. I don't know. It's a weird Minecraft bug, but it is what it is. You want to go see the? Well, now the blacksmith is down there too. You want to go see what the Nether Explorer is doing? Is up to doing in the Nether? Let's go take a peek. There he is. You're lost in the Nether, aren't you, buddy? Well, be careful because you've got no way back. See ya. I almost lost my way out of here. And we've got some render lag, but it's Fraps is on. Alright, so that is it. That is Tiny Minecraft. I hope you guys liked watching me kind of talk through it, sort of developer's commentary style. And I really hope you enjoy. Look at what's going on over here. Look at what is going on over here. This dude is trying to escape. I would love to see if you while you're playing this map, if any of your villagers do manage to escape and start running around up top of these things, I would love to see a screenshot of that. I'd also love to see screenshots of your scoreboard. So after you've gotten all 10 plots full with 3 things in each, and or used your TNT to blow up any duplicates and then tried it, I'd love to see somebody fill this up. Let me know how long it takes. It's going to be a lot of walking back and forth, simulating that elevator. But it's there's no other map like this that I'm aware of, so I really hope you guys enjoy it. Cheers.